looks around the net of Orsolak, still waiting for the first recorded shot.
Shots 1-0 in the Raiders' favor. Came from Daxon Rudolph, point blank on Switzer. Here the Tigers steal at center. Davidson speeds in the left side of the Raiders' zone. Drags, shoots, it's blocked. Rebound found by the Raiders. Work to center for Max Heisey, who crosses center and rips one down into Tiger territory. Comes loose into the right wing circle onto the stick of Yaroslav Brizgalov, who will chip it back out to center ice as the Raiders control at their own blue line. Cripps pass up the near wing for Maddox McHaggerty. McHaggerty stops inside the right point of the Tigers zone. Pass into the corner for Harvey. Shoved off the puck by Van Mulligan as the Tigers look to take possession back in their own zone, but Harvey able to steal the puck back for the Raiders. Give off to Heisey. He'll center in front and tipped wide by McHaggerty in front of the goal of Switzer. Tigers counter on up ice. Luke Cousins across the red line will chip it down into the Raiders zone and peel off to change.
Dayton Reschke getting his first look in this series on that shift with Josh Van Mulligan.
Tigers will control a puck back at their own blue line.
Flip into the neutral zone, a little too heavy, and draws the icing.
Puck battle off the face-off to the left of Switzer in the Tiger zone, taken away by Brizgalov, chipped up the near wing to Luke Cousins, who will one-hand the puck down into the Raiders zone and peel off to change. Again, a premium on those short shifts here in this first period for the Tigers. Raiders speed through center. Heisey down the right wing, shoots. It ricochets out of play.
And slides down to be able to fill that gap, and the Tigers are doing more of that here.
Raiders win the draw to Brock Cripps at the right point. Cripps with 13 points this postseason gives off McHaggerty with a wrist shot. It deflects wide. Puck loose on the right wing boards in the Tigers zone. Gordon Carroll and Pickford battling for it. Heisey able to muscle it free for the Raiders. Give behind the Tiger goal to McHaggerty. Pass to the right point for Cripps. To his left, he'll give to Kelly. Back to Cripps, right point. He'll walk, he'll shoot. Pat saves Switzer. Rebound goes to Cunningham. Worked ahead for Gordon Carroll. Swung to his left for Stangram, who will cross center. Chip and change with the McCann line on in pursuit. Raiders control. Cripps in the right wing corner, flips it up to center ice. It's Ben Harvey. Harvey gives ahead for Connor Howe. Howe shoots. That's blocked by Steen. 7.5 gone in the first period of Game 4. Tigers lead this series 2-1 in speed to center. It's Noah Davidson down the right wing, chipping it behind the net of Orsolak. Brizgalov, a heavy check on Cripps. Puck pops free to the point. Woo, wrist shot, misses wide. Rebound ricochets to the right wing board. Sarkanoff touch to center. In come the Raiders with speed down the left wing. Doobie, he'll wait, he'll shoot. 5-hole save by Switzer. Draw out of the media timeout to the right of Jordan Switzer in the Tigers zone. One into the corner is Wu battles with the man for the loose puck. Gordon Carroll into assist Jonas Wu, able to escape his zone for the Tigers, get to center and rip it down towards the net of Orsolak, who paddles it to the far corner. Stangram, who got the lone regulation goal for the Tigers last night to tie Game 3 at 1, rips it around to the left corner and picks the puck up himself from the skates of his teammate Carter Cunningham. Played to the point for Wu, but stolen by Sievertson as the Raiders work up ice. Sievertson Tiger penalty kill brought to you by Bowman's Ventilation and Plumbing, your local Carrier furnace dealer. Raiders 0 for 1 on the power play last night. Win the draw. Rudolph controls left circle. Push to his right. Coots back up top for Rudolph. He'll shoot. He'll score. Daxon Rudolph, 11 seconds into the Raider power play. Opens the...
For Evan Smith, his third of the playoffs. Raiders lead 2-0.
Yeah, the former Red Deer Rebel, hometown in Kamloops, British Columbia, gives the Raiders a 2-0 lead. Tigers steal. Gordon Carroll, one-timer, he scores! Slide down into Medicine Hat zone. Back to center of the Tigers. Luke Cousins, just 1 point here in the postseason, takes it in the left wing corner, swings it around to the right wall. Josh Van Mulligan, drop pass off for Noah Davidson. Tigers in the Raiders zone. Davidson turns, shoots wide of a screened Orsolak. Reschke onto the rebound. Cycled down low for Brizgalov. He'll give off to Cousins. Cousins draped on by Doobie. Puck comes free to Brizgalov. He's pinned in the corner. Puck picked free by Davidson. He'll curl away from a check. Sees the puck knocked free by Bennett Kelly, who swung around with a stick and was able to find that puck and knock it free from Davidson. He's stripped to the puck at center ice by Luke Cousins as the Tigers will chip and change with 6 minutes left in the first period of Game 4 East Finals. Tigers lead this series 2-1, trail Game 4 2-1. Raiders back into the Tiger zone. Corkins won't get the call they wanted, neither will the Tiger bench. Tigers will control back in their own zone. Wu to center ice, cuts to his left, crosses the Raider blue line and chips it behind the net of Orsolak. taken away by Kelly for the Raiders. Worked back to his right for Sievertson. Sievertson after the loose puck at center, but Cade Stangram able to win the foot race to the loose puck as he'll turn back up for the Tigers. Sidestep a near knee from Sarkanoff as that forces a turnover. Stangram after the rolling puck works it down into the zone, and we're going to see a call now as a late hit in behind the play on Gordon Carroll. Draws medicine hat. 1 for 1 already tonight. That 7 for 15 includes that number. Tiger Kill brought to you by Bowman's Ventilation and Plumbing, your local carrier furnace dealer. Raiders control top of the umbrella. Brock Cripps to the right circle now. Braden Coots to Cripps. Walks to his left. Gives to Coots to the corner. Back to Coots. One timed and blocked by Van Mulligan. Caught that on the inside of the leg. Coots the rebound. To Cripps to the right point. Coots. Down low, Oiring cuts to the forehand, puts it wide to the far post. Tigers can't clear. Coots back down to Oiring, bumper to the slot. Heisey fans on the one-timer. Tigers again can't clear. Cripps left point, down the wall. Rudolph, 7 seconds left. Cripps to Coots, right circle, waits. Curls back, 2 seconds. One time, Cripps goes wide, popped in front, and the buzzer will sound.
The McCann high sticking minor.
Good old Mo.
Mo.
Tigers will win the opening draw, bat it down to the Raider blue line where Prince Albert controls, again beginning on the power play. McCann in the box. Speeding across the Tiger blue line, Brock Cripps chips one to his right. Tigers get a clear. Again, if you missed the first period or pregame show, no Liam Ruck tonight for the Tigers with a last-minute scratch. Now in comes Daxon Rudolph. He shoots, he scores! Daxon Rudolph does it all himself and goes glove hand on Jordan. The lone game this season, we can say Ruck has the puck, not which one, with no Liam in the lineup tonight as the Tigers work one on to the net of Orshulak from center. Raiders clear it out of play, but it was behind the goal. Centers Harvey, a one-timer all alone, put the puck wide. Tigers 2-on-2 the other way. Brizgalov with Cousins across the Raider blue line, gives to the right corner for Luke Cousins. Cousins back to Brizgalov. He'll play it to Davidson, touch to the left point. Reshny, point shot deflected wide by Brizgalov. Van Mulligan onto the rebound, gives down low to Brizgalov. Right circle now, it's Davidson. Davidson down to Brizgalov, crunched off the puck, which rolls to McKegarty. He'll chip it to the neutral zone. Raiders onto it. Smith gives off. Cripps back to Smith. Flipped into the right corner. May have got too much air under that pass as the Tigers will clear back to center. Davidson holds in a clear at the right point. Tigers control in Raider territory. Davidson drives below the goal line in the right corner. Pinned up by Bennett Kelly. Smith and Cousins also in to look at it as the puck remains tied up along the end boards nearing the 4-minute mark of the second period. Raiders leading 3-1. Daxon Rudolph, a pair of power play goals tonight, has restored the Raider 2-goal lead. 25 seconds into the middle frame as the Raiders emerge with the puck cross center. Chip in the draw, and the puck hasn't been there either time. This time it's finally dropped, and Davidson wins it to the corner. Tigers will control, core up the right wing, looks rink wide, and Settlex to carry it across center and dump one down into the Raiders zone. Kelly will control it for Prince Albert behind his own net as he will slow up and skate to his left to center. Kelly stretched up ice. Heisey gets a stick on it to tip it down to the Tigers zone as he'll field a change. Wu takes it in the left wing corner, stops, buys time in his own zone, drops it off to Bryce Pickford in the left circle. Pickford up the wing to Brizgalov, touched ahead for Davidson. That's stolen by Kelly and turned to center. Numbers potentially for the Raiders. Down the left wing, Ben Harvey. Harvey, snapshot.
Carter Casey is going to have to make a couple stops. Your best penalty killer's got to be your goaltender.
Rudolph has both goals on the power play for the Raiders. He holds at the right point, and they quickly center. Heisey, a one-timer. It misses wide and ricochets back to center ice. Cripps will give off to Daxon Rudolph. A 4-point night tonight for Daxon Rudolph, and we're not even halfway through this hockey game. Rudolph will skate into the Tiger zone, walk into the right circle, backpedal to the corner, pushed off the puck by Jonas Wu as that'll roll free to Braden Coots. Coots to the left wing corner, it's Aiden Oiring. Drop back for Cripps, left circle, gives Rudolph high slot. He'll shoot, that's blocked by Bryce Pickford. The Tiger captain takes Coots hard into the boards. Puck pops free Rudolph, right circle, gives left side. Cripps one time to the glove save. Casey, rebound cleared by Parr. Tigers will change up the penalty kill.
Saw that puck start to flutter as it was clearing the zone. Wondered if it was going to keep enough air and hop over the glass. It doesn't, thankfully for the Tigers, and a minute gone on the double minor to Cunningham.
That would have been bad getting worse as here Coots mishandles the puck at the Tiger blue line, and that's up the middle of the ice. Sees the puck poked free by Ethan Newtons, rolls to Marcus Ruck, drop back for Jonas Wu, who banks it down the ice with 90 seconds left in the Tiger kill.
A little change for the Tigers. They had Basha and Ruck together earlier. That time it was Basha Cousins, now Ruck with Newtons.
As the Raiders work back in, Kutens to his left for Oiring. Oiring drives in behind the net of Casey. Tigers steal and shovel the backhander down the ice. This has got to be building confidence, you think, on that Tiger bench.
Still got to work through another 70 seconds, bite down and dig in. And for the Tigers to be able to get rid of this, the momentum could be massive and the crowd might be right behind you.
Rudolph up the left wing. Oiring drops Cripps. Right circle now Rudolph. He'll walk into the corner, look for a centering pass, carry it in behind the goal to the left corner. Plays up top for Coots. 50 seconds left in the power play. Coots to the right circle. Cripps, high slot, Heisey shoots. 5-hole save, rebound, put wide. Par the rebound will clear it down the ice. That's touched by a high stick, so Orshulak will play this.
Brizgalov, none coming, but a hard check from Yaroslav Brizgalov.
Tigers tip one back down into the Raiders zone. Gavin Corin on the forecheck. First to it, Brock Cripps. He'll work one up the near wing to McKegarty, who touches the rolling puck down into the Tigers zone for an icing with 5:52 to go in this. It'd be nice to get one before the break.
Absolutely, it would go a long way.
Tigers slowly exit their own zone. Pickford up the right wing for Cord, just gets a piece of that puck to negate the icing as the Raiders will rim one back to neutral ice. It's Oiring. Tried to touch it off for Doobie. That was stolen by Väisänen. Basha gives left side for Cord. Tigers into the offensive zone. Cord plays it in behind the goal of Orshulak. Puck taken by Cripps. Played up ice, Oiring. Doobie touched ahead for Korkish, but out of his reach as Steen steals back for the Tigers. Väisänen stretched ahead for Cunningham. This time the Tigers not able to get a piece as icing called against Medicine Hat with behind 4 of Casey. Touched lightly to his left to Steen. Continued up for Gordon Carroll with pace through center. Last minute to play in the second. Gordon Carroll drops it off for Stegrum left circle. Sharp angle shot and a shoulder save by Orshulak. Didn't play that as cleanly as he wanted. Now Steen finds it at the left point. He'll wait. He'll shoot. Just misses high. Gordon Carroll centers. Stegrum shovels the backhander wide. Tigers are going to get back within 2 here in the final minute of the second period. Raiders clear to the line as that one is going to roll down the ice and icing is waved off. Cousins ahead for Pickford. Touch to center, it's Davidson across the red line. He'll rip it down into the Prince Albert zone where it's controlled by Brock Cripps. Cripps starts to his right, chips it off the glass out to center into the body of Eddie Väisänen, who works a backhander inside the Raiders zone to the left of Orshulak. Barrett clears it up the wall. Tigers steal it. Steen with it at the right point. Steen fans on the one-timer, and the Raiders will head the other way. Howell passed to his left for Boychuk, broken up by Väisänen and knocked back to neutral ice. Kelly will flip it down into the Tigers zone. Casey played to his right. Väisänen took a flying elbow up high from Howell. Looked to the referee and shrugged as to why the arm remained down as the Tigers will change and work to center as Basha rips one down into the Raiders zone.
Much of the same, just get in on the forecheck, throw a hit like Campar did there.
Heavy on Bennett Kelly, puck pops free McCann, left point, shoots, blockered away by Orshulak. That went up and off the back of the net. Tigers would take a fortunate bounce here, down 3 in the third. 3.5 gone in the final frame. Puck tied up inside the right point of the Raiders zone. Is the puck in someone's equipment? I think it is. As the whistle will sound and the draw rush for the Raiders. Heisey drop pass Harvey, left circle, drives wide and it's poked free by Casey. Ever active with the stick, Carter Casey able to knock it free. Tigers up ice. Marcus Ruck looked to dump one into the Raiders zone and it pinballed off shin pads right to the Raiders. Brock Cripps, who will stretch one up ice. Taken away by Riley Steen in the Tigers zone. Väisänen back to his left for Steen. Tigers beginning to work a change. Steen up for Core. He'll tip that down into the Prince Albert zone as it's stolen away by Cripps. Cripps to center. Steen cuts it off at the red line and slaps it back down into the Prince Albert zone as the Raiders nearly turned it over in the slot.
A quick touch pass from Bennett Kelly to the middle for Evan Smith, but didn't get all of it and it slowly trickled to the tape of the Raiders center.
Raiders glide one down into the Tigers zone. Tiger 20-year-old defenseman who drops it off for Reshny. Return pass Van Mulligan. Stretched up ice for Marcus Ruck. Ruck down the left wing. Plays it rink wide for Core, who's in on the forecheck. Beaten to the puck by Kelly. Played up to the wing to Korkish, who clears it back to center. Tigers looking for some more momentum offensively. They had it to begin this third period, and here they still in the offensive zone. It's Ethan Newtons who has the latest goal in this game. Newton stripped to the puck in the left corner and knocked to a knee by Kelly, and Newtons is slow to get up, but par with the puck. Centers McCann, low shot save. Pickford the rebound, walks, shoots, glove save by Orszalak. Rebound comes to Wu on the half boards. He'll give to the left circle. McCann a shot, that's blocked. Foot race the other way. Heisey with it, 2-on-1 for the Raiders with McCagerty. Heisey down the wing, shoots, scores! Tiger defenseman who will post up in behind his own net. Give to his left, Andrew Basha speeds down the wing into the Raiders zone. Basha curls in the corner. Swings it over to the far side. It's found by Kelly for the Raiders. Cleared to the line, held in by Wu. Stangram to Wu. Broken up by Doobie. Raiders looking to break out. Under 9 to play in the third. Raiders will work on up ice. Cripps across center. Tiptoes into the Tigers zone. Flips it in behind the net of Casey. Sievertson after it for the Raiders. Drops it to the right point for Brock Cripps. Cripps flips to the left corner for Doobie. Look to center, broken up by Väisänen. Väisänen collides with Korkish in the corner. Feeds it up the boards to Gordon Carroll. Davidson off to Stangram. Flipped up the left wing for a streaking Noah Davidson. Space in the left circle. Sharp angle shots and a pad save by Orszalak. Rebound in behind the Raider goal. Taken away. Raiders control. Cripps in the right corner, skies it out to center as that'll bounce into the Tigers zone. McCagerty will bat that behind the goal.
Club and how tight-knit the group is with one another. You're not going to allow those things to go unscrummed, if nothing else.
It's like defending your family at the end of the day.
Yeah, it really is.
We'll play 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. Basha controls it for the Tigers in their own zone. He will speed to center, drop pass off Väisänen, worked up ice for Bryce Pickford, right circle, he'll shoot, it deflects off the stick of Kelly, then off the end of the glove and Orszalak and wide. Tigers will hold the rebound at the right point, it's Pickford. Pickford will dart around a man, cut to the slot, right circle, shoot, stick save Orszalak, rebound behind the Raider goal. Taken away by Brock Cripps. Cripps has been excellent this postseason. 2009-born defenseman out of Victoria, BC, was the second overall pick in the 2024 WHL draft, and it's been a coming out party now for Cripps. His play's blown dead. Tigers up ice. Stangram will chip it inside the Raider blue line. Stangram in pursuit on Cripps, forces it to the far wing. Gordon Carroll cuts it off in the corner. It's a chance for a playoff hat trick. That'd be one of the weirder ones to cut up on the highlight reel as the Raiders are clear to center ice. Wu cuts it off, gives to his right. Gordon Carroll in onside, shovels it into the corner for Stangram. Stangram knocks the puck free, but the Tigers can't corral it. The Raiders are clear to center. That's out of the reach of Korkish, but icing waved off. The carrier, Furnace Dealer. Raiders will win the face-off to the left point. Braden Doobie gives to his right for Brock Cripps. Cripps fakes the shot in the high slot. Now lets a low shot go. Pinball's above the net of Casey. Off to Aiden Oiring, who will play it back to the point. Oiring dumped, and they're going to call that on Väisänen. Raiders will have a 5-on-3 here with 2:20 and change to go as Väisänen goes.
$1.38.
They will control the face-off, then it's Cripps in the high slot. He will give to Coots. Coots to Cripps. Cripps bottom of the circle, pass in front, Heisey, a look, it's covered by Casey, whistle sound.
To clear him up.
Just a slash off the face-off from Oiring on McCann. Arms will remain down, Coots in the right circle, he will try to center one in front, that goes free to Van Mulligan, who can't clear. Coots will get it back, play it to Oiring on the right half boards. Oiring reminds me a lot of Oasis Weisblatt from last year. Just
absolutely.
A lot of skill and a lot of sandpaper to his game. He'll get a rebound back in the right corner. Give to the point for Cripps. Cripps to Coots. Back to Cripps to Oiring. Fans on the pass. Walks up the boards. Coots down low. Heisey across. One-timer and a save by Casey off the one-timer. Draw will be to the right of Casey. One back to Cripps. He will walk to his right. He will drop the pass off to Coots. Give back to Cripps. To the left circle. One-timer. Pad saved by Casey. Rebound to Coots. Right circle. Oiring. A swing and a miss on the one-timer as we will turn. Clear to the line, but not out. Coots gives up top to Cripps. To the right circle. Oiring. Heisey. Oiring. Cripps. Coots. Left circle. He'll hold. Overhandle the puck, but maintain possession. Coots, Oiring one-timer and a toe save Casey. Last minute of play, third period, game 4. Cripps, high slot, shoots, and a glove save by Casey.